Yo, 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 what up? This is Big Filt Dog, and you are listening to RMP Radio, where pro wrestling is elevated. Bet.
RMP Radio is back on the air. Hi, I am your host, Mr. Fourth Row, and joining me back once again on the show, the encyclopedia of RMP, Lucas Bradwell. Lucas, how are you doing?
I am doing great, as always, Mr. Fourth Row. Happy to be on. I am getting very excited about the graveyard to Shocktober, as we call it. We're not saying the road to Shocktober. We're calling it the graveyard. We're trying to get in the Halloween spirit here. So
yeah, and the spookiness that we've got with RMP heading into this particular season that RMP has
yes,
annually.
There's going to definitely going to be a lot of spooky things happening going into Shocktober.
Yeah. Well, first up that we've got coming up, and I should that's why we've got you on. We're going to talk about our next show we've got happening at Romero's Canine Tap House up in Lafayette, Colorado. One of the most unique places that I think R&P goes month to month. I love it. It's just a fun environment, and this is going to be a fun show that we've got, and we're doing taping for the Charged television show and episodes, and we should just probably maybe get right into it and let the get the listeners a little preview, get them excited to attend, and if they can't attend, of course, watch on the twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro.
Absolutely. Then we've only got one more set of tapings before Shocktober after this one. So we're getting into some heavy duty stuff as these guys are getting ready, trying to get their spots for Shocktober. So this is going to be a big set of tapings coming up.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I would implore the listeners, you listening to this, come out or watch because it's you're not going to want to miss this, because this is going to, like you mentioned, it's going to lead right into Shocktober. And so we should maybe start at the kind of maybe the beginning. If the listeners have been watching RMP on Twitch, and of course when the episodes get released into the individuals parts, one of the biggest things that Rocky Mountain Pro just introduced, and going back to a little bit of heritage, and I bet this is kind of very special to you, kind of gives you a giddy feeling, as we're bringing back the NRW initials back into Rocky Mountain Pro, and a very special meaning for these. And do you want to maybe just kind of catch up the listeners to what this is, and what they should be kind of maybe expecting with those initials coming back into the fold?
Of course. If you were not at the last set of our Charge tapings, we had a big announcement that NRW, and I had seen these teasers. You and I had seen these teasers come up when we were wondering what the heck was going on. Been asking Titus Machiavelli, what does that mean? He was keeping it a secret. He acted dumb, didn't know what was going on. I was asking KD, I was asking Mercury Yaden himself. No one would tell me anything. And then they pull this surprise on us where we find out that they are bringing back the NRW Championship, which is the old initials, what this company used to be before it was Rocky Mountain Pro NRW. The heritage of this goes back to even before Mercury Yaden came to Colorado, when he was first started as a wrestler under a company called No Rules Wrestling in Ohio. And, it was always something that he held near and dear to his heart. When he decided that he was going to start his own company here, he came up with NRW, New Revolution Wrestling, and it appears that we are going to have a division that's going to have very unique matches. So anytime that the title is going to be held, or the title is going to be defended, it's going to be under a special stipulation, and it could be something different every time. It could be a ladder match. It could be a steel cage match. It could be no holds barred, falls count anywhere. It could be a number of any kind of matches. And we know that there is going to be a tournament, which is going to be starting at this next set of tapings. There's 8 men that are going to be involved in it, and we found out at the tapings that Mercury Yaden himself, the founder, the heart and soul of that company, and of Rocky Mountain Pro, he is going to be the first entrant, and he will be in this first bracket that's going to be competed for here at the next set of tapings.
Yeah, and it would be a shame if I could say that he would not be in this tournament just to pay homage and and not be invited into this. So it's definitely exciting to see that he's going to be like you said, the first participant of this wild tournament, this wild new division in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Right. Well, there would be no NRW without Mercury Yaden. There would be no Rocky Mountain Pro without Mercury Yaden. Yeah. So yeah, it's only apropos that he would be the first entrant. And you talked about it already, or missed fourth row. I have a very soft spot for NRW. When I first started in wrestling, we were under the initials NRW. I had called the very first Charged episode, the first 100 episodes of Charged, I called under the name NRW. So, it's something very special to me to see that legacy carried on, and I am really looking forward to seeing some of the entrants. Now we know that there are 8 entrants, and if you were not at the last set of tapings, or you did not have a subscription and were not able to see it, we are not going to give away those entrants, but I can tell you it is a stacked tournament card.
Yeah, well, all you got to do is look at the roster that Rocky Mountain Pro has, and you can only imagine, how are we going to pare this down to 8 entrants?
Oh, yeah. Who do you pick? There's so many big names, and there are some guys who have been around since the days of when it was called NRW. And so there could, are some guys that this could have a lot of meaning for. And there's some young guys who this is a huge opportunity for them to really make a name for themselves as well. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing all the competition and what kind of crazy matches they're going to come up with.
Yeah. What's exciting to me, and I don't know if I don't think this has even been announced, but when it comes to maybe those stipulations in these, the NRW, once it gets settled, the championship matches, and it gets started to get defending, we may not know necessarily if the championship committee may put the stipulation in the match, the challenger may challenge the champion to the stipulation in the match, or even the champion to the challenger said, hey, you want this belt, you're going to have to fight me in this particular match. We don't know what's going to happen when it comes to all that.
And that's you're 100% correct on that. We still don't know. Titus has not said anything about what the championship committee has decided, or if I think they kind of wanted this to be a something that is you can't predict. They wanted this to be an unpredictable division. They want this to be something that's going to have the fans on the seat of their on the edge of their seats. Yeah. And so I think this is a great idea to kind of a little secrecy behind it. We have all these spoilers nowadays. Everything's on the internet, and you can get spoilers of what's going to happen. I'd like going back to the days where you're not quite sure, what you're going to get. And this NRW division is kind of bringing me back to that old days before we had internet and all the spoilers and everything.
Yeah, so true. Awesome. So going from there, we do have a few matches that we can talk about, and a few things that we can talk about for this show coming up for Romero's. And do you want to kind of get the listeners excited about what we've got coming up? Your first thing that's catching your eye there?
Well, the first thing that caught my eye is that we know that Steven Ashburn is going to return back to the Rocky Mountain Pro ring. He was not at the last set of tapings, although he did make his presence felt.
Yeah.
The issue between him and Curtis Cole has gotten super personal. It has brought out a Curtis Cole that I've never seen. This is a Curtis Cole who's usually a very jovial guy, who's very kind of easygoing, laid back, great spirit. I haven't seen a Curtis Cole like this, and with Ashburn and him being at the same place at the same time with everything that's been going on, there could be some combustible elements, to say the least.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's exciting. For seeing the evolution of where Curtis Cole broke in, and where he of course he got to the highest of the high in Rocky Mountain Pro, and whatever everything that he's done, and and now I kind of feel like also too Curtis is also feels like he's done a lot, and then here comes Ashburn back in, just wanting to insert himself after everything that Ashburn's done in this, and I think you just got these two these two alpha types wanting to prove that they're they are the top alpha.
Well, there's one thing when it comes to competition and who's the best, who has the most accolades. Obviously, that is playing a part in this.
Yeah.
With both of them, kind of having, I've won these many championships. Curtis Cole has won, this many championships, but then you've got, it's been personal with, family has been mentioned, and different things. And, Curtis Cole took exception that, Ashburn was a trainer of Curtis Cole to start off with. And so there's just a lot of history, and when you add in the personal elements, it's just a lot of bad blood. And let's not forget, Ashburn has been getting. It looks like he's been trying to take Curtis Cole out of wrestling. He's tried to injure him and take away his livelihood, and that's something you just don't do to a man.
So true. And it's and like Curtis says, he gave he's mad that Ashburn left and gave us the quote unquote Irish goodbye, that was mentioned in the mentioned at the show, a couple of episodes back. So
and they're both, just so everyone knows, they are both scheduled to have matches. Steven Ashburn is actually scheduled to have a match with Owen Easton, the young up and coming Owen Easton. That is going to be a terrific matchup. And then the match that pops out the most, or that should be a barn burner, is Curtis Cole taking on Porter Blake. Porter Blake, who is going to have a Twitch championship match at Shocktober. This is a big matchup for him to get ready for that.
Oh yeah, so you're gonna, just to, just kind of like you mentioned that, just looking at those, Ashburn and Curtis aren't gonna want to lose their matches. Owens is gonna want to, keep it going, pun intended,
right?
whether he's got going on. And Porter Blake, he's not gonna want to lose because he doesn't want to have any setbacks leading into Shocktober for that Twitch championship title shot. So, I mean, even these two, and do you think? I would assume that probably Ashburn's gonna have an eye on Curtis's match, and Curtis is gonna have an eye on Ashburn's match when they're happening too.
Well, and they also have to have an eye on where the other one is during their own matches.
Yeah.
We know that Steven Ashburn likes to interject himself into the matches, and even when he's not there, play mind games. So that's got to be in the back of Curtis Cole's mind at least, and maybe he'll give Ashburn a little taste of his own medicine. So there's always that possibility.
Yeah, so true. And then looking also additionally on what we've got coming up here on Saturday, kind of looking on the horizon to Shocktober, as we're kind of getting to that. The contender for the RMP championship, Balaam Lynx, he's got a the proverbial tune-up match. He's got this upcoming Saturday against Brumach, and that's going to be a good hurdle for him to get going as well.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if it's really a tune-up. I think this is more of a test to really see if Balaam is ready, because Brumach is a hoss, and Brumach, if you weren't at the last set of tape, Brumach have finally gotten Legion off the schneid as far as getting a big victory, where Legion as a unit had been on quite a losing streak. Brumach got back in the win column with a big win. Brumach looks like he's back to kind of rolling people over. So this is going to be a big match for Balaam. He has to keep momentum if he's going to have any chance of beating the longest reigning Rocky Mountain Pro champion in history, Dustin Urich.
Right. Yeah, that is very, very true. So what else we've got that we can get the listeners hyped up on for this Saturday?
Well, I think probably the biggest match on the card as far as titles, we got a Lockett's title match. Reagan Grimes, she's going to be defending her RMP Lockett's championship against the former Lockett's champion Rochelle Riveter, the mom. So that match, the rivalry between those two. That's a pay-per-view quality matchup.
Right, yeah. I mean, Rochelle's probably she probably desperately wants to retain that. And if you guys have been watching, and this is watching the episodes, Reagan Grimes isn't wanting to let go of that championship as well. If you guys catch my inside baseball term there with Reagan Grimes,
right? Yes, yeah. She's it's almost as if she didn't lose it, or she doesn't feel that she had lost it. Really, to her, it's still her championship. We all know that Reagan Grimes won that match fair and square, but Rochelle she does not take losing very well. She's blamed Titus Machiavelli for a lot of her struggles, and not only has she done that, but we also know that Severino Corrente has done that as well. That thing's getting interesting. It seems like Titus Machiavelli is getting a lot of a blame from a lot of different directions lately.
Right. Yeah, and he puts it out there. He's only the talking piece, the mouthpiece for the championship committee, but sometimes he just unfortunately gets that heat. When you're the kind of the face of the authority in Rocky Mountain Pro, that's kind of comes with the territory. I think by now he should understand that's what's going to happen, especially when you've got unhappy and disgruntled workers, and these are terrific athletes that things aren't going their way. They're going to blame someone. Yeah. And and kind of if we could piggyback on that too, we might want to just maybe tease the listeners a little bit. There, we are going into Shocktober. It's we're heading in. That's the direction we're going into. There is probably going to be a lot of announcements and a lot of things at this set of tapings and this event that's going to be announced or teased for the show. So
absolutely. Well, and we can announce that some of the big names that are going to be there. We don't know in what capacity,
right?
But we do know it is out there. It's common knowledge. We have some of the greatest superstars of the Attitude Era are going to be there. We've got Gangrel. What is a more appropriate guy to be at Shocktober than the vampire Gangrel? He's gonna be at Shocktober. We don't know in what capacity, but that's a huge name. We also know that Al Snow is going to make his return. He's been kind of a staple with Rocky Mountain Pro over the years, and he is going to make his return. We know D'Lo Brown. He's going to be at the announcers table, probably in my position for Shocktober. So He'll be there. And then we've also got some other big names. We've got Sledge from Ring of Honor. He's going to be there. And Marty the Moth, who's a big name in the independent scene, who's also been a part of Lucha Underground and has been in some AEW dark matches. So we've got big names for Shocktober. It's going to be a huge card.
Yeah, and the first Twitch champion.
Yes, Twitch? Yes,
Marty.
We go ahead.
I was gonna say and Marty Casals, Marty the Moth.
Yeah, he was our first Twitch champion. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Yes. And we do know that we can tell you the Twitch championship is going to be defended there. We know that Porter Blake's got his Twitch championship matchup. We do know who the new Twitch championship is, but I'm not going to reveal that because that episode has not dropped. But that match, you'll be able to see that match. We also know that as of right now, it's going to be Balaam Lynx taking on Dustin York for the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship. So it's stacking up to be one of the best cards in the history of this company.
Yeah, and then of course we have, we would be probably amiss if we didn't talk about that. Of course, the tag team championships probably will be defended at Shocktober. J.K. Pop defending against somebody, we don't know who yet. But the tag team championship just in the state right now is hot. If you guys don't know, you need to get out on the social media and see what's going on with the tag championships right now. But
there's kind of some bragging rights trying to go on to who the best tag team in the state of Colorado is. I think JK Pop now as being they're the longest reigning tag team champions in the history of the state. So I right now I would say they've got that hands down. But there's always others that are going to have a say. And a little bit more of a somber note. I would like to kind of extend our well wishes to one of our fellow Colorado wrestlers, Benjamin Cumberbatch. If you don't know, had a very bad, serious injury at a show last Saturday. Don't know the full extent of his injuries. It was very, very scary. He's still recovering. But us at Rocky Mountain Pro, we're trying to do our part to raise money for him. I know you also are trying to do some things to kind of help him out and his family in this need, and we're just letting you know that at the show we're going to do a 50-50 raffle with the proceeds going to Benjamin Cumberbatch and his family for his recovery.
Yeah, let's maybe give the listeners a little bit specific. So Rocky Mountain Pro held a 50-50 raffle. They have decided that this show they are going to donate any proceeds from that to funds to help Benny Cumberbatch. And you guys do not have to. Normally, you have to be in attendance for to participate in the 50-50. However, you can go ahead and get your tickets ahead of time, and if you're not going to be at the show. It is on the social media for Rocky Mountain Pro, so all you have to do is necessarily just scan it right there or send the info over to, I believe it's a Venmo account. It's all the information's right there, and you'll if you want to participate, you do need to get in before the show starts on Saturday for that, and you'll be emailed. You're sent your numbers, your raffle numbers for it.
Right.
So
I believe if you go to our Facebook page, I think we have the QR code for that, so you should be able to go to our Facebook page at Rocky Mountain Pro and find that QR code. Scan that, and you should be able to help out. Anything you guys can do to help out. We hate seeing things like that happen to a fellow wrestler, especially we're a pretty close knit community here in Colorado with the wrestling community. So we just want to help out a guy in a very rough time.
Yeah, and then specifically for what I'm doing to help out through the end of October, any Rocky Mountain Pro RMP radio shirts that are sold, I am donating $5 to each show or each shirt that is sold through the end of October. So you don't necessarily have to be at the show. Just if you're at the show, great, fantastic. If not, just message me. We'll get figured out how to get that shirt to you, and that'll go out to help him out as well.
That's tremendous. We appreciate everything that you guys do to help out in this time of need, and we're trying to do our part here at Rocky Mountain Pro as well. So
it's times like this that we do know that, like you kind of mentioned to it, we are a community, maybe even yet a family, no matter what particular branch that you are on.
Yeah, and honestly, over the years, I think that we've kind of became closer. There used to be a little bit more of a divide between the different organizations. Nowadays, almost everybody at Rocky Mountain Pro has wrestled at other organizations in the state of Colorado, and they became friends with all the other guys, and so it's really there's not much. Of a divide. There's a lot more bridges, let's say that, over the past couple of years.
Yeah, and one thing that I've noticed too, or kind of not necessarily staying in the Rocky Mountain Pro umbrella, but one thing that I've noticed, particularly what I've seen, is you're seeing wrestlers that you would thought, hey, they're only in this particular company, but you're seeing them now get into wrestle other wrestlers that came up with other companies, and they may not even be wrestling under that company's event. It may be a total different event for something totally different. It's crazy.
It's great to see. I think we kind of need to stop the whole kind of if you wrestle for this, you can't wrestle for me. I think that those days are over with. So I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what kind of things make the catalyst for this. But the thing is it's happening. Things are changing, and it's only to benefit the wrestling community, the wrestling family, and hopefully give a great experience to the fans, the RMP faithful, and the fans of the other promotions in the state and in the country, as a matter of fact.
I totally agree.
Yeah, awesome. Well, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was like, well, I think maybe we should talk about kind of the particulars if you want to come out to the show, or if you aren't able to come out to the show, how you are going to be able to see what's going on this Saturday.
Yeah. Shoot if you want to shoot the listeners that info.
So we are going. Bell time is going to be 8:00 this Saturday, 8:00 p.m. Up at Romero's Canine Club. It's in Lafayette, Colorado. If you want to get your tickets, there's tickets available at rmpwrestling.com. $15 will get you general admission. $20 is ringside. You can, if you're not able to make that event, we are going to be streaming live on Twitch. We are going to go pre-show at 7:30, I believe, is what we're shooting for. So we'll start pre-show at 7:30. It will be subscriber only when we get to our charge tapings. We'll have some pre-show matches, but remember, subscriber only when we get into the actual charge tapings. $5.99 will get you a 1-month subscription. It'll get you this set of tapings, and it'll get you our next set of tapings. It won't quite get you all the way to Shocktober, but I guarantee you'll want to get your subscription for Shocktober as well. Also, don't forget that we're going to what was I going to say? We're going to have a dark match that I won't announce, but you can only see the dark match if you subscribe or if you're at the show. This will be a match that won't be shown on any of the released set of tapings for Charged. Won't be shown on YouTube or Fight. It'll be a match that you will only be able to see if you subscribe or if you're in attendance. And I promise you, it's gonna be it's one of those dream matches. You know, those matches that you come when you think about, whoa, who would I want to see wrestle? It's one of those type of matches. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, that should get everybody excited because there's we're kind of mentioning it to hopefully we're gonna get more of these, and that's gonna be the little tease, the little
nugget. I can give you I'll give you a little tease. It's a tag team match. It's a tag team match, and it has two of the most popular stars in the history of the company will be on one team. That normally. So I'm just going to put that out there. That's my only clue for you.
Oh well, gee, that should sell some tickets and subscriptions.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I hope so. Get on out here because you can only see this match if you're in attendance or you got a subscription. So
yeah, awesome. That's gonna be great. So listeners, just do it. Just come out, subscribe.
So, Mr. Fourth Row, why don't you give them all the specifics, how they subscribe, as far as what where they can find our Twitch channel and all those particulars.
Okay, well, it's easy as Twitch. It's easy as going to twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro. If you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, which a good majority of us are, you do get a Twitch subscription automatically included with your membership. If you do not have a Prime membership, or if you just happen to have your Twitch subscription tied up with somebody else, like you mentioned, it's only an additional $5.99 a month to support the guys and the gals of Rocky Mountain Pro. Of course, you can also follow Rocky Mountain Pro at rmpwrestling.com from the website. Also, the Rocky MTN, that's Mike Tango November Pro, on all your social media, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, and I think that's about it. But Lucas, if they want to follow you out there on the social medias, Twitter's probably the best where I'm most active, so you can follow me at RMP Encyclopedia, and I'm just looking forward to this weekend, and really getting excited for Shocktober and what it's shaping up to be. Awesome. Well, once again, thank you for coming out, and of course we'll see you this weekend, and I hope all the listeners come and see us as well.
Yes, I'll be looking forward to it.
Once again, a big, huge thank you to Lucas Bradwell for coming on to this edition of RMP Radio and getting everybody excited for this Saturday's event there at Romero's Canine Tap House up in Lafayette, Colorado. Remember, if you want to get tickets to this, head over to rmpwrestling.com, click on the events link, and you'll be able to purchase tickets right there. Now, if you're not in the area, you, of course, can still watch this on our twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro. Reminder, just like I said there in the interview, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you do get a Twitch subscription included in your Prime membership. All you need to do is point that to Rocky Mountain Pro. If you are not a Prime subscriber, or if you happen to have your Twitch subscription already tied to another channel, that's okay, because you can still get Rocky Mountain Pro subscribed to for $5.99 a month, and it's well worth it to support the gals and the guys there on Rocky Mountain Pro. And of course, let's also just go do a quick reminder. Our hearts and thoughts are to Benny Cumberbatch after suffering a injury this past weekend at the time of this recording. And if you guys want to help out, of course you can. A couple different things you can do if you want to get into the Rocky Mountain Pro 50/50 raffle. Hit our social medias. You'll be able to scan that right there, and you do not have to be present to win. And all the proceeds for this show and possibly the next couple of shows will be donated to him. So that would be great to really appreciate it if you can find your way to do that. Additionally, like I said, I am going to also donate $5 for every Rocky Mountain Pro shirt that I do sell through the end of October to benefit him as well. And then, of course, on the social medias, you can find it on mine as well as a lot of the other wrestlers and personalities in the area. media, you'll be able to find that there is also a GoFundMe account set up to benefit him. So that would be greatly appreciated if you can find your way to do that as well. Then traditionally, that's before we get out of here, let's pay some bills like they used to say back in the day. You want to get some merchandise of your favorite Rocky Mountain Pro superstars, head over to rmpwrestling.com, click on the merch link, or if you're in the Amazon.com or the Amazon app, search for Rocky Mountain Pro. You'll be presented with a few different choices, as well as check with your favorite Rocky Mountain Pro superstars. See if they've got a pro wrestling tees, brainbuster tees, what a maneuver, Big Cartel. I think there's all kinds of things out there for them, so just check with them, and of course follow them out on social media, and you'll be able to see those when they pop up. Reminder for any events that we've got coming up, of course, this Saturday's at Romero's, and then we've got a few more before we hit the big Shocktober, so we hope to see you at each and every one of those. rmpwrestling.com, click on the events link, and you'll get all those right there. Remember to watch us. First of all, at twitch.tv/Rocky Mountain Pro. You'll see all the shows happen live, and before they get released to the youtube.com/Rocky Mountain Pro and the Fight TV before they get broken down into individual episodes. So that would be great if you can do that for us as well. And then a reminder, if you want to follow us out there on the interwebs, first start us off at rmpwrestling.com. And then on the social medias of the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, all of the account of the Rocky MTN Pro. And once again, I'll phonetically spell that for you. That is the Rocky Mike Tango November Pro. Thank you always for listening to this edition of RMP Radio, where pro wrestling is elevated.